looks like the eclipses are doing a number on us all. Let's look at Divine Masculine's read this week in the mix and see what I see coming through for them. Now we do have these individuals in a bit of a conundrum this week. Especially for those of you that have been in communication, the very first message I did get is if there has been snappiness, there is regret. Definitely also from a reflective point of view, I do think these individuals are having some very huge revelations. I would say to do with their feelings with you, but we're going to get into it. Okay. Now, I feel at times, sometimes they do believe you to be quite a mind reader. And I'm hearing, I don't know why I heard this song, but the first analogy they give me is more than words. I had that song given to me many moons ago, and still to this day, it's like, trying to work it out. The most obvious, obviously, but apparently it meant so much more than that. Let's have a look at the lyrics. It is by Extreme, More Than Words. Let's look at the lyrics. Is not the words I want to hear from you. A lot of times we are expressing. It's the actions, not just the words. That's really what universe is showing us. So it can be that they believe by them maybe communicating or keeping away from you, it is a loving situation, but they're having a revelation about this, and they're kind of like, well, maybe this is me sending mixed signals. It wasn't my full intent. However, this has been misinterpreted, and I do really feel something has been misinterpreted. They're looking at the past with new eyes, okay? They're looking to the past with new eyes. They do believe that the reason why things haven't changed is because a part of the way they relate to this hasn't changed. They did try to avoid disaster. There could have been a family-related dynamic that they were dealing with. There also could have been the way in which they were taught to express things. Their conditioning was actually causing this to cause a bit of issue between both of you. I do feel a family member could give you some information. I do feel this individual does want to start a brand new life with you. But I also do feel there is a possibility of major changes happening in their circle. Now, could that be in a relationship? Could it be in a family? All of the above possible, okay? But there is a change. This change that's happening, I don't feel it's really like anything to do with masculine. I feel it's almost like in their surroundings more than anything. But I feel because of such, it didn't give them much time to stop and think. And they do feel at the moment now, it's like this enough change has happened, and they need to shift their focus. They also feel quite regretful at times if you feel they don't think about you. Okay, what is this Tree of Life situation, please? What is this Tree of Life? Yeah. You could be feeling they're not doing anything, that they're caught up. Things have been slow to change. They also feel that a tribal situation has been slow to change, and they do not believe it will. They also feel they've been focusing on things that aren't necessarily their problem, and that due to such you have lost faith and you're feeling like they've dropped the ball. They're aware of that. They're aware of how it looks. It was not, I hear, it was not their intent. And they keep going back to that song, More Than Words. Hmm. Now, I do see they're almost wanting to bring you out of the cold, but they also know that in their actions and the way they deal with this, that there will be a positive outcome. I do feel the communication is going to be different to what it was before. They do feel they could have an icy reception from you, especially if this has been a long, dragged out process. They're like, I need to make some drastic moves here. This is overdue. This is a very deep, like they're willing to make a sacrifice. They don't know if their plea or plight will be heard. I also feel that they are making reference to people around them not appreciating them, and almost that they thought at a point it could be fixed or healed or repaired with these connections, and they it feels connections, not just one. So this could be with family members, it could be with children, whomever these individuals are. It does feel tribe related. They know that this can never go back to the way they wanted it to be, nor the way uh, their dream would have been. Some also did step back from you because they felt that the changes that would be required would be virtually impossible because they couldn't turn time back. They are really thinking about you quite a bit. I do think as they're dissolving, especially those that are dissolving a most recent partnership, there is a lot of reflection of you. They also make reference to they haven't had a lot of time on their hands lately. It's been quite hectic. They have been wanting to send an SOS out, but they are really feeling this loss and they are really feeling the pain that you may be feeling. They also feel that any karmic relationships, it's like they're not really interested in a karmic relationship, okay? So if this is a person that's well and truly separated, and maybe they've taken things very slow with you, or there has been no movement at all, they're trying to detox that situation. Their drive hadn't been there, but I do feel it's picking up. They do feel very nurtured around you. At the moment, they do need nurturing. And that can be just, how would I say it? Not cupcaking, but just spiritually listening, especially for those of you in communication. Overall, they feel you are a good listener. They feel you have the best advice. There is an image of how they want things to be. I do feel there's a conversation or an outing at night time for a pocket group of you. This can be a romantic evening out. It's very simple though, but it's perfect. It's very simple. For some, they're also remembering back to an event where you went out in the evening. It's very reminiscent. There could have been lights and rides. This could have been a show, but I'm definitely seeing nighttime. I am seeing two people with coats. So this could have been at winter for some. they're also making reference to the fact that they want to reciprocate the feelings that you have for them. They want to reciprocate them back. They want to make right the pain and hurt that you've been through. They have not intended to hurt you. This was not their intent. Inevitably, they were hurting themselves, but they really are looking at how they can make this right and make amends. Love and light. I will see you next week. Let's see what the joint connection comes up with, and I'll see you on the other side in the Members Hub.